Hello everyone, welcome to Red Whales Studio channel. Today we are going to learn how to make this translucent material for our diamond gems or even just typical glasses. So, first thing that we're gonna do is to head to the edit tab on the project settings. We're gonna search for ray trace and make sure that use hardware ray tracing when available and ray trace translucent reflections are checked. If those are checked, you're good to go, but if not, just check those boxes and close it. Then, after that, I have some diamond meshes that I was modeled in Blender. I imported them and I want to make a material for them. So what should I do first? So just let me check those and delete the materials I've made. We're just gonna first save and delete those. So we can just make it from scratch. So first of all, we need a material. We open our content browser with Control and space. Make a new folder if you want to. I want to keep it clean, and so I just make a new folder. We just open that and create a material. I'm gonna call it M underscore diamond. Open that up. So there are some settings that need to be changed here. I'm just gonna change those. First of all, you need the blend mode to translucent and checked two-sided. After that, under translucency, we're gonna make this surface forward shading and check the contact shadows. Why we're gonna do that? Because if we don't, you see, those options are not available. But if we change that to surface forward shading, those options will be available for us. Okay, after changing that, we're gonna head down to reflection method. Just gonna find it. Refraction method. I'm just gonna change it from none to index of refraction. Then we're gonna go to high quality reflections, turn that on, use Nanite for better performance and compatible with Function Atlas. Just Function Atlas, yes. So there's all that we need to do here. And now we are going to start to make our material. First of all, we need some vectors. We need a 3 constant vector. We can just right click, search for 3 constant vector, add it to our graph, or the better way is to just hold 3 and left click, just like that. So we're just going to use the shortcuts in this tutorial. So we add this 3 vector, we need another 1 vector. We're just gonna hold 1, left click, and multiply node. We're just gonna hold M, left click, and we're just gonna connect those to our base color. We need some more vectors to connect it to our metallic, specular, roughness, opacity, and refraction. And then we're gonna change some of these to parameters. Why? Because we're gonna make a material instant out of them, and I'm just gonna intensity, change the names real quick. Press F2 for changing the names, opacity, and we don't need to change these. Metallic and refraction is not needed to be changed. They are just good as they are. So after that, we're going to change it to 0.05, change the color to white. We can't see that because the opacity is now at 0. If we change it to 1, you can see that we are getting somewhere. Change the specular to 1 and the roughness to 0.02. And you can see with the opacity value of 1, we can't see through our material, so we're just gonna change it to 0.02 and maybe the roughness to 0.05. And for the refraction, you see in the real life when light hits a glass, the light rays refract a little bit, and the perfect value for our diamond material is 2.417. You see what happens there if I just uncheck it. You look at that pine tree. If I just add it back, it just magnifies it a little bit. And that's all we need to do to make our material. We're just gonna hold Control Shift S to save everything and close it. Make a material instant. I'm just gonna call it MI Diamond, and I'm gonna add white. So if I select these and add it to my C, you can see this is pretty good, but you may not get the same result as me because I've changed some settings from post-process volume. Look, when I uncheck it, this is what you are probably having in your system right now, but if I change it back on, you can see it's pretty realistic. So what we need to change it in this, I'm just gonna delete this and make one from scratch. So under visual effect, we're gonna add a post-process volume. Just gonna move it here. It doesn't matter where you put it, but I just wanna keep it close to me. So the usual things, we're just gonna search for infinite extent unbound and set the exposure, change it to manual. 11 is good, but our main settings are translucency. We're just gonna find translucency, and where are you? Reflections, we don't need to change that. You can tweak with these settings, but we don't need that. The things that is going to change the look of our material is this. The translucency type, we need to change it from raster to ray tracing. And you see that we are getting somewhere. Change it to raster to ray tracing. So now it's a little bit dark and doesn't look good. We need to tweak with these settings below that to make it more realistic. So just watch when I add more refraction rays to it. See what happens. You see that? There are more refraction inside that mesh. So I'm just going to put it into 12. Sample per pixel 9 is good. And I'm going to change it to area shadows. And you see the refraction inside your mesh, it's making it pretty realistic. We don't need to mess with the path tracing and other settings. It's okay to do that. So what if we're gonna change the color of it? It's a little bit of uh, it's gonna be a little bit difficult to change it because the way the light works in Unreal Engine. But we can get some same effects as Blender by just tweaking the settings a little bit. So what we're gonna do is chain create a duplicate of it, but having this material instance selected and pressing Ctrl and D. I'm just gonna call it purple. Add this to my mesh and change the settings a little bit. So if I want to change the color to purple, I think, yeah, that's better. So you see it's not that great right now, you can see that, but we can change the opacity and a specular option and color intensity to make that a bit more realistic. We're going to change it to 1. It's too much. Put that back on 0.5. How about 1? It's pretty good. Opacity to 25, maybe 3. Yeah, 3 looks good, but I'm gonna stick with 2.5. We don't need to mess with the roughness because as you can see, it's gonna change the structure of the look. I'm not gonna mess with that, but you can do that. And a specular, no, I'm not gonna mess with that. So this is how you can change the color of your material by just tweaking the settings a little bit. I'm gonna make a sky, maybe light blue version of it, and let's add it to this one. More green to it, no, more, add, Yes, that looks good. We can change those to see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. You can tweak with this to make the look that you want. Just put it back to one. It's this look good. And I'm gonna change. I'm gonna make a pink color for the heart. Change it to pink. The trick is we need the color to be at the corners. We don't need it to be in the middle of it because as you can see, it's not going to give us the greatest of results. But we can tweak it a little bit to get the desired looks. This looks good. 2.5. This looks great. And you see, when you turn back, you can see the colors. And that's just the way the Unreal works. And if you guys found a solution, just I would be happy if you commented down below this video. So as you see, this is how to make the near realistic material for diamond and glasses in Unreal Engine. I hope you guys enjoy it and use it in your projects. Make sure to subscribe and like if you like to see more tutorials, and just comment down below what you want to test in Unreal Engine, what you want to learn, and I'll make sure to make a tutorial on that as soon as possible. Thank you and have a good day.